city's app-based restaurant delivery workers. The minimum pay rate wouldn't have been possible without the years of hard work and advocacy of our delivery workers. But I also want to shout out you, Mr. Mayor, for making sure that we center working New Yorkers in all that we do, from expanding free tax preparation services for more New Yorkers to this historic minimum pay rate. And so to tell you more about today's increase, I'd like to introduce Mayor Adams.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, whose children? Huh? You know, that they automatically lean over. I was the same way with my mother. Who's older? You're the older? So this is your little brother. Love it, love it. Thank you so much, Commissioner. Important day today, and to all those who are here that come in the spirit of A. Philip Randolph. He was an African-American Pullman porter who fought for increases in wages. There's a long, rich tradition of those who are in the field work harder so the next generations in the profession are able to ensure that they can take care of their families. And that's what these pioneers are, the men and women who are behind us. They fought for so long, and I remember from time to time going to locales where they've lost some of their colleagues from being struck by vehicles. And I also remember during COVID-19, when we had many people who were able to social distance, people who were able to shelter in place. That was a foreign terminology to the men and women who stand behind us. They could not shelter in place. When you picked up the phone and you called for Uber Eats, it did not fall out of the sky from the food god. It came from these men and women who are behind us. They delivered to you. They made sure that you were able to provide for your family. And today we're saying we are standing up for you so you can provide for your family. This is an amazing, amazing accomplishment by this administration. And I really want to thank you, Commissioner, for your dogmatic approach to it. No matter what the delivery or the apps workers were attempting to do, we were focused, and our North Star was to make sure that these families got what they deserve. And having the ever-present advocate for working class people, Assemblywoman Jennifer Rajkumar, it's good to see you here today as we talk about this important piece of legislation. Day one, our administration has been clear, and I'm going to say it over and over again, protect public safety, revitalize our economy, and make this city more livable for everyday New Yorkers. And those are the New Yorkers who are standing next to us today, working class people who for far too long felt the vision of this city was leaving them behind. And we are delivering on this vision every day. We've recovered all the private sector jobs lost during the pandemic, and these are the types of jobs we're talking about. We know crime is down. It's going to continue to go down, and our city is getting cleaner and greener. But we know that our economic recovery has not impacted everyone, and it has not benefited everyone equitably. And that is what we are focusing on during this time. We're doing everything we can to make sure New York City remains a city for working class people. Many of these big cities you are witnessing over and over again are slowly pushing out working class people. And we're going to do everything in our powers to make this a city of working class people. That is why we will continue to make sure New York City remains a city where you can live and grow and raise a family. And today, we're doing exactly that as we celebrate another victory for working people of our city, a well-deserved pay raise for app-based food delivery workers. Our delivery workers have consistently delivered for us, and today we are delivering for them. We are leading the nation with this announcement of ensuring that they can receive a suitable pay that they deserve in this process. We know that wages have not kept up with the rising cost of living in the city, and everywhere we can make an impact, we're going to do just that. And so when things get tough, we must invest in our most valued asset, and that is our people. We depend on our app delivery workers to deliver our food 24/7.
That is a a game changer. Again, we went from $30 to $18 to $19. But there's a caveat, you guys. There's a huge change that nobody wants to point out in these press conferences.
7.
Nobody wants to nobody wants to ask the mayor or the deliveristas. There's huge letdown, and it is the active time. The active time is everything, you guys. You could get paid $50 an hour. If you don't get scheduled, you are not making anything. And that's what's going on. Everybody's clapping here. Nobody's actually taking into account that the tips that this side gig was for people just to do a side gig and for people to make, side cash has completely vanished. The reason why I say this is because now people need to rely on the actual hourly pay. Before, people used to rely, and it's a shame that all these people behind the mayor are not seeing this. You got this guy right here. I don't even know why this guy is wearing a helmet, a mask. And this guy over here, if you guys could see him, he's wearing a full deck helmet, a freaking ski mask. Come on, bro. You're standing right behind the mayor. Like, COVID is over, and you're still wearing your helmets. Like, did you just got off from your e-bikes and just walked to City Hall and got behind the mayor to deliver this speech? It's crazy.
This is money they have earned and that they deserve. This is money they need to support their families. But just a month ago, just think about it for a moment. A month ago, a few months ago, our delivery workers were making an
Factors. One factor when the weather is really bad outside, and the other factor is if you get scheduled. Judge Philip Morales said it before and I say it again. Best time to work was during COVID. I agreed. That's when, but COVID changed it. COVID changed everything. Everything. Because everyone, making money. And there was a couple of people that were banding together and start a union. And this was the outcome, the Deliverista union. And I'm telling you right now, you guys, things is not going to go back to normal. And, take it with a grain of salt. What I'm telling you right now, you guys, once you accept an order, take your time. Because at the end of the day, $19 an hour, and you're only on the schedule for 5 hours, you got to take your time.
Because we know that New Yorkers continue to feel the burden of high costs. Everything is going up, from food to housing to everyday transportation. And we want to make sure that they can provide for their family as working class people in this city.
He's right about one thing. Things has gone up tremendously. Like, the inflation is you go to the supermarket and you spend $50 on grocery with like 4 items. That's insane. And not just inflation, but also shrinkflation. You guys, you buy a orange juice, a Tropicana orange juice, a pint, and that thing is super skinny. It's just ridiculous what's going on, not just in New York City, but like the whole West Coast. Like, prices are insane, and we're getting gypped on like our food. Because you spend $5, let's suppose, on a Tropicana juice, and that thing is it's not even a quarter. It's not even a pint, I mean. It's super slim. You don't get the same ounces as what truly was $5. This happened today, Miss Lionel. I mean, this week.
Sure that the working people who power the sector are getting their fair share and a fair wage. So they have money in their pockets for bills, rent, and groceries. That is what it's like to stand with working class people. We're really proud of this moment. Hats off to this entire team behind me. Hats off to amazing commissioner who understood how important this was. And we're going to continue to monitor and fight and keep the industry in a.
I'm gonna just say one thing. These people on this podium has no clue on what it's like to ride two wheels in the streets of New York City. If you guys understand that, you guys who knows. Put it like that.
Alignment with helping working class people as they assist working class people every day. Thank you very much. Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to echo something you said. The minimum pay rate is putting more money into the pockets of delivery workers.
I remember during COVID-19, when we had many people who were able to social distance, people who were able to shelter in place. That was a foreign terminology to the men and women who stand behind us. They could not shelter in place. When you picked up the phone and you called for Uber Eats, it did not fall out of the sky from the food god. It
The live chat, you guys. Today's live stream. Whoa. Today's live stream is a watch along. I'm gonna do some comments of my own. Hopefully, you guys can share those comments, and I try to like tell everyone your comments and read them out loud. We gotta dissect the Mayor Eric Adams announcement pay raise for delivery drivers in New York City. The new minimum paid rate has gone up, you guys, from $17. From $17 point something cents. Let's just say $18 to $19.50 something cents. Anyways, we'll get the numbers right because these numbers are just ridiculous. What's up, Brave Man? How are you, man? All right, let's roll the footage.
came from these men and women who are behind us. They delivered to you. They made sure that you were able to.
Oh, and by the way, you guys, if anything happens, please let me know in the comment section, meaning technical difficulties and all that stuff, because I'm not monitoring anything. I'm just monitoring the chat right below. All right, let's play it.
Provide for your family, and today we're saying we are standing up for you so you can provide for your family. This is an amazing, amazing accomplishment by this administration, and I really want to thank you, Commissioner, for your dogmatic approach to it. No matter what the delivery or the apps workers were attempting to do, we were focused, and our North Star was to make sure that these families got what they deserve. And having the ever-present advocate for working class people, Assemblywoman Jennifer Rajkumar, it's good to see you here today as we talk about this important piece of legislation. Day one, our administration has been clear, and I'm going to say it over and over again, protect public safety, revitalize our economy, and make this city more livable for everyday New Yorkers. And those are the New Yorkers who are standing next to us today, working class people who for far too long felt the vision of this city was leaving them behind. And we are delivering on this vision every day. We've recovered all the private sector jobs lost during the pandemic, and these are the types of jobs we're talking about. We know crime is down, and it's going to continue to go down, and our city is getting cleaner and greener. But we know that our economic recovery has not impacted everyone, and it has not benefited everyone equitably. And that is what we are focusing on during this time. We're doing everything we can to make sure New York City remains a city for working class people. Many of these big cities you are witnessing over and over again are slowly pushing out working class people, and we're going to do everything in our powers to make this a city of working class people. That is why we will continue to make sure New York City remains a city where you can live and grow and raise a family. And today, we're doing
I don't know about this, you guys, but you can't live and grow a family here in New York City. Not anymore, man. New York City is just insane. Like, picture this: you got kids on your own. You take the freaking A train or the 1 train from the Bronx to Central Park. What is the likely that a crazy dementia homeless person is gonna hop on your train and just cause havoc? You know, it ain't safe no more. What is the chances of what are the chances of you going in a supermarket and you don't run into like 2 or 3 crackheads in the street?
Exactly that, as we celebrate another victory for working people of our city, a well-deserved pay raise for app-based food delivery workers. Our delivery workers have consistently delivered for us, and today we are delivering for them. We are leading the nation with this announcement of ensuring that they can receive a suitable pay that they deserve in this process. We know that wages have not kept up with the rising cost of living in the city, and everywhere we can make an impact, we're going to do just that. And so when things get tough, we must invest in our most valued asset, and that is our people. We depend on our app delivery workers to deliver our food 24/7. You wake up in the middle of the night and you want something to munch on, you can call delivery workers. Many people don't realize when we legalize marijuana, people get the munchies, and so they will call any time of the day to get food delivered to them. And during the pandemic, we saw what happened and what was done. Now, delivery workers.
Oh man, this guy's a freaking clown, man. Let's go up like 30 seconds before that. What he says?
In the pandemic, we saw what happened and what was done. Now, delivery workers who work for Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub will receive at least $19.56 per hour. Yes, you can clap to that. And that is $19.56 per hour before tips.
$19.56. $19.56, you guys. That is the new minimum wage if you want to do delivery works. That is the new minimum wage. Miss Lana, so wow, so how do we get more hours? There's like 2 factors that could happen to get more hours. Scenario A, you get more hours when it's raining, it's bad weather, or scenario B, when you actually do your schedule, sometimes Uber Eats lets you be on schedule, depending the demand. But if there's no demand, if you're in a weak area, you will get booted off the app basically. Hopefully that answers your question. Let me put this over here because there we go.
Listen, we know the games that are being played to take away the tips, but we're saying let's stop those games.
All right, guys. Let me just clarify this. There's no to clarify this whole situation. The food delivery apps hasn't taken no tips away. What they did was they made the tips at the far end. Once you completed your order, they got the options to tips. Before it was like a full transparency. Like we will know before and then. Actually, we still know before and then when we get these tips. Before, people used to tip before ahead of time, and that actually encouraged people to pick up your order because they will see your tips. Let's suppose somebody is picking up McDonald's. They tip prior like $8, and we will see that $8 tips plus our rate, so it will come down to like $10 to $12, and then you probably run your numbers. Let's say like 2 miles. That will encourage the delivery rider, the contractor, to pick up your order. But Mayor Adams is saying, we've seen that they're taking away the tips. We are gonna get at the bottom of this. Please don't. They're just gonna make it even worse.
Make sure these delivery workers are able to get their tips. And I'm saying to you, New Yorkers, that $19 $9.56 is a starting place. If someone is delivering to your home, make sure you deliver them in a suitable amount, no matter what games the app-based companies are attempting to play. And City Council, we need to look at those games and make sure we fix the process. They deserve their $19.56, and they deserve their tips in the same process.
The thing he's failing to mention is that about active time. It doesn't mean anything. You could get paid $19 an hour, but if you don't get on schedule, you know, it doesn't mean anything. I bet you Mayor Adams doesn't even know about this.
This is money working people have to work for. This is money they have earned and that they deserve. This is money they need to support their families. And just a month ago, just think about it for a moment. A month ago, a few months ago, our delivery workers were making an average of just $5.39 an hour before tips. That's unimaginable. This is crumbs compared to the endless buffet of profits delivery app companies made. And that is why June 23, we announced the nation's first minimum pay rate for app-based food delivery workers. Since this new pay rate went into effect, delivery workers have already seen a 160.
Shout out to Brave Roadman for the $5 donation. It goes a long way with the cables and the wit now with this whole fancy tech. This whole pay rate is a joke. It just makes our work harder to do. Brave Roadman, it's time to look for another alternative, man. I'm telling you, man. Let's play the footage.
5% increase in their pay per week. And they're earning $850 million dollars more annually. Look at those numbers. And that's money back into our economy in the process. That means 60,000 of our hardest working New Yorkers out there will have their wages boosted. And it's important for them and it's important for us. And I want to be clear on this. Minimum pay rate increase to reflect inflation.
Check 1, 2. Sorry about that. Shout out to Brave Roadman. This whole pay rate is a joke. It just makes our work harder. I agree, man. I just said before that it's time to make another alternative. We are unmuted our microphone. There's no audio, and then we couldn't hear your voice. Let me just check it real quick. Oh man, technology, guys, technology. What can we do? Let me know if you guys could hear me. Check 1, 2. Sorry about that. All right, I just checked the audio. We're back. Yeah, let's play the footage. Let's go a little bit. Can we go backwards 15 seconds? Okay.
Pay rate increase to reflect inflation. Because we know that New Yorkers continue to feel the burden of high costs. Everything is going up from food to housing to everyday transportation. And we want to make sure that they can provide for their family.
He got that right. But those numbers that food delivery workers are making more money now than before, I don't know where he's getting the numbers from. Is he basing this data from 10 years ago? I just don't know where he's basing those numbers, man. Sometimes you need to look at the statistics, you guys. Statistics also, I know people say numbers don't lie, but hopefully what I'm about to say makes sense. When you pull these numbers, when you pull these statistics and you compare it to, let's suppose, 10 years ago, obviously the numbers is gonna work in your favor because that 10-year-old data is irrelevant to the present time today, if that makes sense. I don't know where Mayor Adams and the whole activist groups are getting these numbers from, but the people, the people with that I came across from, the people from the channel, and even in social media, they're all saying what we all been saying. Like, this is not good. There's no way we're making more money than before, if that makes sense. But let's play the footage, man.
As working class people in this city. We know there's always more to be done, and we're going to do that. We heard some of the problems that we're having with some of the app companies. We're going to fight hard to make sure that this action is not acceptable, and we're going to communicate with our council partners to address the loopholes in some of the processes that are in place to prevent particularly the tips from taking place. And this year, we announced also looking with the lithium-ion batteries that many of our delivery workers are using. We've announced 5 public e-battery charging locations to test safe public charging of lithium batteries for 100 delivery workers. We want to continue to expand that, and we have launched our Pioneer first of.
All right, for the people that don't know what he's actually talking about, so Mayor Adams is saying that they want to transform basically all the e-bikes to UL certification e-bike batteries, which there's no problem with that. The fact is that there has been a lot of like e-bike fires throughout consecutive. Each year it's just get worse and worse, and the problem is people are uneducated when it comes to investing on these e-bikes. They think, oh, I could like jerry rig this and make my e-bike faster. No problem at all. 100% wrong. These e-bikes that these food delivery people work, they use, like the people behind Mayor Adams, originally was called the Arrow e-bike. The Arrow e-bike. It's a good bike. So that bike is like a tank. Now that bike has been rebranded to the Fly e-bike, the Fly 11. Now I think that's like the brand, the newest of that brand, Fly 11. So the Fly 11 is UL certified. It has these fancy gadgets. Now you got GPS on it. You can even turn on and off the bike from your phone, depending where you're at and all that stuff. But the problem with these e-bikes is not just the fires, but it's also the theft behind that bike. You know, there's a black market on it. Like, let's suppose you buy that bike and you leave it locked up in the street. It won't last an hour in the street because this is like targeted by thieves out there. With that being said, when him saying that there's gonna be battery docking stations, I don't see that working either because crime in the city is just insane. Like, look what happened to Revel. Look what happened to Lime. Lime and Revel came in. They distribute these electric mopeds, and they all got vandalized. They all got vandalized by their batteries. They stole their batteries. And you think I'm gonna trust my battery in a locker charging? Well, there's like so many, like if Revel didn't make it and Lime didn't make it, what you think these companies charging batteries outside on a cheap locker? You think those lockers not gonna get breaking into and get stolen? Remember, the e-bike battery sales is super lucrative in the black market. Miss Lionel, for real. And now they change it to where you can reserve right before the hour hits you and you can't cancel reservation an hour before. Yeah, man. So I try to schedule it myself for like, for dinner, because I know people, obviously dinner, you always, like even before, even today, people always want to buy dinner. I always schedule myself like in the midweek, probably on a Wednesday or a Thursday, when people are feeling lazy and they just don't want to go outside. So I schedule myself like on dinner. I'm on the schedule on 8 o'clock from 8 to 10. That's how I schedule myself. And then I know from 8 to 10, I know I'm going to get booted off. So I try to get an order. Once I get that order, I just take my time. I stop on every yellow light turning into red. And I'm on the 9-ball max, you guys. That thing is perfect for this. There's no reason to get these crazy ass e-bikes no more. Just get yourself a regular scooter, and just take your time. Honestly, we need the market to not be oversaturated, not a race to the new minimum wage. The problem is oversaturated platform, not pay. The problem is pay for the migrants that just came in, not for us. The thing is, you guys, the United States it's an immigrant country, you know, and obviously it's running by Democrats right now, and you know, like it's 100% immigrant country, and of course people feel left out. Like, hey, I need food stamps, I need public housing. These people just crossed the border, they're getting everything. They cross the line, they cross the front of the line, and I get that. I get the people frustration with that being said. To make passive income, these migrants needs to understand that gig economy is gig economy for a reason. Yeah, man. I 100% get you, man. Like you go to Florida or you go to like any place from New York City. They don't got this whole stuff like Prop 22 like in California. But shout out to Yogi Steve because I know he makes decent money down there. But the thing is with Yogi Steve, he doesn't have no schedule. He could log in with whenever he wants to. Over here now, man, like Uber Eats is just and DoorDash and all these. No, not DoorDash, but Uber Eats, man. Uber Eats used to be like the bomb back then. But now, man, people are just like multi-apping left and right. Let's continue playing this video, man.
Their kind, deliverista hubs, a place where you can go and relax and just really deal with the constant movement that you're dealing with. Where our food delivery workers can just really get the shelter that they need and the support they need from a real fast-paced, hustling, busy career and delivering to New Yorkers. Thousands of delivery workers are doing the same to support themselves and their families. We're making sure that the working people who power the sector are getting their fair share and a fair wage. So they have money in their pockets for bills, rent, and groceries. That is what it's like to stand with working class people. We're really proud of this moment. Hats off to this entire team behind me. Hats off to amazing commissioner who understood how important this was. And we're going to continue to monitor and fight and keep the industry in alignment with helping working class people as they assist working class people every day. Thank you very much. Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to echo something you said. The minimum pay rate is putting more money into the pockets of delivery workers. There is no question that workers are earning more thanks to the minimum pay rate. Almost overnight, these workers went from being paid a rate of $5.39 per hour before tips to being at least paid $17.96 per hour before tips. And across the workforce, apps are paying workers $16.3 million more per week from $9.9 million before the minimum pay rate to $26.2 million.
Where are they getting these numbers? Somebody, please, where are they getting these numbers, man? This is insane.
$1 million per week after we began enforcement in December. Annually, that is more than $848 million. That's a massive cash infusion for some of our hardest working New Yorkers. And with the increase that's going into effect today, workers can expect to make even more beginning their next pay period. As we announced,
we gotta test that. We gotta find that out.
At $17.96 per hour and would increase annually until April 2025, when it will take full effect. Today's increase reflects a $1 increase that is part of the steady phase-in and an adjustment for inflation, bringing the pay rate to $19.56 per hour. For the typical delivery worker, that means an annual pay increase of more than $14,000 before tips. And as Mayor Adams acknowledged, there is more work to be done. We know that some of the apps have added hurdles on consumers, making it more difficult to add tips to orders. We absolutely do not endorse these business practices, and we urge our partners in the City Council to explore.
But that's the thing, though. Tipping is a courtesy. Like, what is she talking about? What are they talking about? I thought the hourly pay rate means everything. I thought the hourly pay rate is this. The hourly pay rate, we're making more money. Like, what is the whole point of the hourly pay rate? And then you guys want to say, oh, the hurdles of the tipping and stuff like that. No, it's not that, because the consumers, they believe that once they buy Uber Eats, their delivery drivers are taken care of. They're getting paid $19 an hour. They're getting paid $30 an hour. That was the whole concept when these food delivery apps wanted. They wanted to create a false narrative saying, oh, we gotta pay them $30 an hour. And what happened? The consumers, and I'm not talking about us, I'm talking about the people that don't watch these channels, that don't keep up with the gig economy. I'm talking about the working class, the normal people out there that are fortunate to use these services, that are privileged to use these services. Oh, I'm not gonna pay this dude with my food order. He was like freaking an hour late, and my pizza is cold. He's getting paid at $30 an hour. I'm not gonna tip this guy for. Why should I? Like he's good. He's taken care of. The city is taking care of him. This whole podium looks like some sort of unauthoritarian. Oh man, that's crazy. Oh man, let's play the footage.
Explore legislation to reverse these changes that have reduced consumer choice and wrongly punished workers. DCWP is monitoring the apps for compliance with the pay rate, but any delivery worker who has questions about the minimum pay rate or complaints about it should reach out to us immediately at nyc.gov/delivery apps or by calling 311. Just a few words in Spanish. Muy buenos días. Soy Vilda Vera Mayuga, comisionada del Departamento de Protección al Consumidor y al Trabajador.
I'm telling you guys right now, man, there's so much we could do at this point that if they keep poking the bear, they're gonna get chewed out. They gotta get shredded. You guys seen what's happening, and let's put on the record. It won't be too late when Uber Eats and DoorDash say, hey, New York City is not worth it. Let's just pull out of this whole thing, because these fees are ridiculous, and we can't supply them all. Let's just pull out of New York. I just said it to you guys, because I don't know how much these top companies they can take, I don't see them even making any profit in New York, honestly. A business is a business, The whole point of having a business is to make a profit. And if, government official makes it difficult for these businesses, they gotta pull out. They be like, yo, this is not worth it. Look what happened to Revel. They were like, yo, man, like we keep putting out mopeds for the community, and look, the government doesn't have our backs. They're stealing our batteries. They're breaking into our mopeds. Let's just pull out of New York. And look what happened. We lost the mopeds. Uh-oh. Hold on. We got the tribal chief right here, you guys.
So much, Commissioner, for really standing behind some of the most hardworking New Yorkers of our city. So Workers' Justice Project is a worker center that has been organizing app delivery workers since 2020 in the midst of the pandemic. And since then, a lot has happened. And nothing would have been possible, and we wouldn't be here because of the organizing of app delivery workers. And some of those leaders who are right behind me, who really took the streets to demand some of the most essential protections, such as minimum pay. And we're here today, and we're proud to stand with the Mayor Adams administration, the commissioner, to celebrate and honor the labor of 65,000 app delivery workers. And the best way to honor them is by guaranteeing a dignified pay. And we're so proud to celebrate this milestone that would have not been possible, first of all, without the commitment of City Council, and Brett Landard, Justin Brennan, and many other councils. And also without the leadership of our mayor, who really fought really hard to make sure minimum pay was delivered during the implementation process. And also the commitment of one of the most devoted departments, which is the Department of Consumer Worker Protection, who has been an ally, a defender, and who really has stood behind 65,000 delivery workers, ensuring that they get their money and ensuring that they get the dignity that they deserve as app delivery workers and as hardworking New Yorkers. And as we celebrate and as significant increases in minimum pay, I just want to say that it's not just $16 million per week that is going into the pockets of app delivery workers.
Again, where are they getting these numbers, man? Because somebody in the chat section tell me where they're getting these numbers, because I'm clueless. Honestly. You know who's getting those numbers? She is with her nonprofit company. These nonprofit companies, man. Guys, somebody's making that profit in these non-profitable companies. I'm gonna just tell you that. And trust me, I work my real job. I work close with nonprofit companies, and I'm gonna tell you this right now: nonprofit companies are the biggest scam artists, and the biggest scam artists verified by the government. And you know, sometimes I think, man, maybe I should, because you guys know me, I want to make my own business, and I'm like thinking, I don't think making a business in here in New York City makes sense. I think I should go nonprofit business, a nonprofit business, because you know you get all these donors, like this lady right here. I'm gonna give kudos to her. She made her nonprofit company, the Worker Force Project, something like that. With collaborating with the Deliverista Union, she is getting so many donations by Con Edison, by the Jimi Hendrix Foundation. She's getting millions and millions of dollars. I gotta give it up to her. I wonder what her salary is, and that's something we could look up at. We could look up her salary, and honestly, I won't be shocked if she's making $100K, honestly.
This is hard-working money that goes to mothers, that goes to fathers, that goes to kids who live in our communities, who now can finally be able to have some additional income to be able to pay rent, to afford food, and to live in our...
The thing is, you can't afford and this pay rate, you can't, and especially with the schedule, you can't afford living in New York City. I don't know what she's talking about. As long as you're in food stamps, maybe, but like if you're only getting 5 hours of active time, doesn't make any sense.
App delivery workers, but the job is not done. There is so much more to do. We have seen, as workers gain more and see a pay increase, we have seen app delivery companies retaliate by making it harder for consumers to tip, by deactivating unfairly.
I don't understand what she's saying, that they're making it harder for tipping. The original way was tipping either before your delivery worker or after. Like, these consumers, the thing she's not saying is that the narrative of the consumers is they think that the delivery workers are getting paid $30 an hour. That's what's happening. It all starts with the small hats. They are the roots of all the scams. Yeah, man, these nonprofit companies, man, they scam artists. They're the biggest scam artists in the world. And we have a lot here in New York City, like the Workers' Justice Projects right here. They're the biggest scam artists out there. They want to portray that they're helping these food delivery workers. They want to control everybody's emotion. And what's crazy to me is that, shout out to Rican and I, we hit the streets in New York City, and we was talking to these food delivery riders, and we was talking for people, for the migrants, actually, the migrants to food deliveries. And I asked them, hey, you guys know about these hourly pay rate? And they didn't have no clue what we was talking about. And the fact is that majority of them they don't know is because they got fake accounts. They got an account that is not theirs, and they're not getting that benefit because, for example, if I was from, let's say, if my account was from Texas, for example, and I come here to New York City and I rent out my account to someone, that someone is not gonna get that hourly pay rate because my account is from Texas. So sometimes it will let you log in, and sometimes it will let you not log in, and then you won't see that hourly rate that you will see in next week. There was next week, or you need to wait like a week or two for that minimum pay rate to increase, to get added on your wage. But let's play the footage, man, because we're running out of
And
time.
making sure workers compete against each other. And guess what? We're not alone in this fight. We're proud to have the back of our mayor. We're proud to have the back of an agency.
Dan do their 420. What's up, bro? Cherry picking, juggling ads was the best. The problem was morons couldn't figure it out.
Who's fully committed to stand behind workers, to hold these wealthy, greedy app companies accountable. And that includes passing a new set of bills. One that includes making sure tips comes back to the beginning of your option as a consumer, creating more protections against the.
Let me know in the chat section if the tips was to be before the delivery happens, before they actually selected their orders and all that stuff. You think that will make a difference? I don't know, man. Their rates has increased like crazy, and their food is coming stale and cold. So that alone is gonna discourage somebody from tipping.
Activation and making sure that there's more pay transparency for app delivery workers. And we call on our allies, and we want to give a big shout out to our allies, the Taxi Workers Alliance, the Transportation Alternatives, 32BJ, and many of the groups that has really stand behind those. We call them out, and we continue for more protection.
The thing is,
make sure that New Yorkers who deliver food and keep every New Yorker safe.
The thing is, to a certain extent, these food delivery workers were getting hurt, and they are still getting hurt. And the things that I don't understand is that if you're getting paid $19 an hour, why are there people still running through red lights and not taking their time? You know, that's the thing that I don't understand. And it's just the nature of the business too, man. Like, what you think a delivering food in New York City with riding a bike, you don't think nothing's gonna happen to you? That's just the nature of the business, man. It's a huge hazardous job. She's repping her scam gang.
Mi nombre es Rosario Elizabeth Reyes Proaño. Soy miembro del Proyecto de Justicia Laboral y parte de los Deliveristas Unidos. It's an honor to be here representing.
So that's the huge problem, you guys. That is the huge problem with New York City, that this whole thing is a gig and not a actual permanent job. So I just don't understand, you guys. So with that being said, I consider this a job, you know, to actually like pay your taxes. You know, if you got taxes coming up, make sure you are in the $700 threshold to like meet that criteria of like for tax write-off. That's the only way I see it. The game has changed. There's no way you guys can make any money and no more. Like, come on, 5 hours. The maximum hours that you could actually get is like 20 hours. Correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, you guys. Rest in peace to all these food delivery apps. if we keep going this rate, I think they're gonna pull out within 2 years, 2 years or 5 years the max. Hopefully that doesn't happen, because if that does happen, there's gonna be chaos in these cities, because people need to make a living somehow. Damn, we got like 20 people in the chat, you guys. 20 people. They're the biggest scam artists. How much is the pay raise that they're talking about? It's $19. It's $19.50. That's the new pay rate. But the thing is, the pay rate doesn't mean anything if you don't get put on schedule. And if you do get put on schedule and you're new at your account, you only get 5 hours. And for the veterans out there, they get like about 20 to 30 hours, I believe. Or less than 30 hours. But yeah, you guys, we're live on Thursday night. Thank you so much for joining me. We got like 25 people in the chat. We got a new episode. If you guys have not watched, we got a new episode on about this whole matter. So it's more in depth. If you guys are interested in watching, it's up on my channel right now. It's like a 7-minute video, me breaking this whole thing down. It's really straightforward, straight to the point, what's actually happening. So hopefully you guys could enjoy that. This whole thing with the deliverista groups has caused chaos out there again, and in the foreseeable future, I just see things being even worse. Things is gonna get even worse. Probably they will, instead of 5 hours, they will give people like 2 hours, a minimum. So just expect that to happen. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but like, hopefully that does not happen. And for the people out there, oh Anthony, you don't do Uber Eats like us. Like we do Uber Eats. What are you talking about, guys? I'm out there, not all the time. Like I'm smart. Like I'm not gonna be out and doing Uber Eats, like 5 days a week, 40 hours a week. I'm not like that, because I tell you again, I'm a scooter rider. I seen what happens in these streets of New York City, and it's not pretty. 40 hours you out there in these streets, anything could happen. It might not happen today. It might not happen tomorrow. Might not happen next week. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when the accident is gonna happen. During COVID, I was out there during COVID. I was doing grocery deliveries for a private company. I was a W-2 worker, you guys. I was a W-2 worker. And if I got hurt on the job, I had insurance. I had PTO. I had paid time off. With that being said, like people consider this a full-time job, doing food deliveries on these apps, and it doesn't work like that. And these top companies, they know that the risk factor doesn't meet the reward. That's why they just hire contractors, because they don't wanna risk an employee getting hurt. Because if they do, they won't be functional. They won't be functional, and there's so many liabilities. There's so many liabilities. Before doing groceries during the pandemic, I think that was the best thing that was going on for me at the time. Doing deliveries on a bike, groceries, getting paid real-time hourly, real-time wage, W-2 work. The minute I clock in that store hub, I would be sitting down waiting for orders. I was getting paid hourly, taking my time on their bike, on their e-bike, their helmets, their hot and cold bag. There ain't no company now that they will come in, hey, we'll start a company and we'll pay everybody W-2 worker. They know the risk factor. They once they get somebody with the numbers or with an analyst data, and they see, hey, we conducted tests for 3 months and we seen the crazy accidents that your workers gonna face. Expect a huge liability cost. There it is. There's the store hub, you guys. Hold on, let's go back a bit. Philippe with the scooter. Hold on. I'm gonna show you my store hub right now. It's gonna come up at the time. This is during COVID time, you guys. Look at their bike, you guys. That's their bike, you guys. I was riding on their bikes. There it is. 15 to 20 minute groceries, you guys. 15 to 20 minute groceries. And did they survive? Nope, they did not survive. And the reason why? Because of the liability. New York City got so many liabilities and so many risk factors. They didn't survive, not just because groceries is skyrocketing, it's because their employees was getting hurt doing deliveries. They saw, man, like, if we keep this side of this, ain't no money to be made because our employees just keeps getting hurt and hurt and hurt. We can't supply the demand of food delivery here. They didn't survive. They saw, man, like. But look at me, I'm just taking my time. I'm taking my sweet time, you guys, on the hour, by the way. That's when you actually getting paid. True. There's no bullshit, no active time, no online time. W-2 worker, getting paid hourly. One of the best jobs I ever had, honestly. If this company didn't went under, I think I would have still been doing this at the time, at this point of time. But I'm a smart boy, you know. I'm not gonna be out there because there's so many risk factors that I saw. I only lasted for like about 3 months, I think. I need to double check with Rican.
That's fine. But that is not allowed in the plaza.
Why not?
It's not.
I'm not gonna write it though.
On security, I said you can't take it up with you. It doesn't matter if you ride it or not.
So that building, you probably need to loop all around the block. That's like what, like 3 minutes. Get into the service elevator. That's like what, like 7 to 8 minutes. Why? Because everybody that's working, every delivery person, every carpenter, superintendent is using that elevator. So it's gonna take you more than just. So I was rambling at the time that when you're doing Uber Eats and you get these food delivery, you get these orders that make you take the service entrance, is not worth it. And now fast forward today when we're getting paid hourly, and I tell you guys to take your time. If you get those buildings that require you to like take a service entrance and deroute and go like to the next block and take the service entrance and then take another set of staircase, I think that's the best move. Don't get angry because you're getting paid hourly. Oh man, look at me just loading up the groceries, everybody on their phone, just waiting for orders, getting paid hourly. Look, this jerk try to steal the company bike. Did I care? No, I didn't care. Let's rewind this. What did I say to this guy? What did I say to this jerk? Let's rewind this. Yo, you alright, buddy? Let that shit go. Next time I'm gonna fuck you up. Oh shit! I don't even remember me saying that. The HUD came out of me. He was locked. It was kind of funny because here I am with this order at the same time coming in. So I'm there explaining myself that. Yeah, I don't understand because the company bike, it locks itself. It's a smart looking bike too. It locks itself when you're not using it. So this dude comes up to the bike and try to steal it. And I tell him, I cursed him out. This guy just took off too, but he didn't want the smoke. But look at this. Look at the crazy traffic, man, that people need to face doing deliveries. It's insane. It's insane. I'm delivering these orders. I was getting tips. Every order that I delivered was like a $2 minimum tip, which comes to like $20, man, if you put it like that. And I almost got door right here. Oh my God, I forgot about this. I almost got door, I remember. Let's rewind the footage. Hold on. Hold on, I almost got doored here. I almost got door right here, you guys. I almost got doored. Let's rewind that footage. Hold on. Hold on. Oops. Hold on. Try to concentrate, you guys. I'm doing two things at once. Give me a second. Oh shit! Oh shit! Jesus! Oh, oh! Oh my God! It's all right, buddy. See what I'm saying? Oh man. You guys want to hear a joke? Knock, knock. Who's there? Sidewalk! Man, I was young and dumb at the time. I still can't believe I'm still alive to this day, man, because I deserve getting my ass whipped by the New Yorkers out there. Yeah, you guys, you can watch these episodes. You guys need to score. This episode is called Grocery Delivery Bike Almost Got Stolen. Look through the library. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. It's free. You know, if you guys are staying up this late, you got you watch over your Netflix and your Hulu's like 100 times. You want a refresher. Go through the vlogs of Ride with Anthony or Ride with Us. We try to give you good quality content and make you guys happy. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do this because in the end of the day, time is really valuable and stuff like that with myself. I don't do this full time. I'm not in the streets full time. Or basically riding my scooter the most of the time. I don't take these public transportation. So that's how this whole vlog came about. But like you guys saw like that 30 seconds of that film right there. And just me just getting almost doored and clipped. You guys don't see. I wish I had the 360 camera. But I had my regular GoPro at the time right here. This is my regular GoPro at the time. And that tourist that opened his door, I almost got clipped. I almost got clipped right here. I almost got clipped. Shit. And the guy behind me riding an e-scooter, he saw the whole thing. So the camera doesn't really do justice. You really need to be out there. And with that being said, this guy right here on the scooter, he saw how I almost got clipped right there. And trust me, you guys, when you get doored by a car, it hurts like crazy. That's why I don't like riding close to cars like that. Like if I have the space, I'm usually get in the middle. But anyways, you guys, those emotes are hilarious. Yeah, man, we try, bro. The editing, it takes a long process. It's a lot to take. Damn, but we hit a constant 20 people on the live stream, and this whole live stream worked out really great. I was really nervous with the whole bandwidth situation. I do my edits and I do my live stream on a 10-year-old laptop that is from a 10-year-old Apple laptop. So you get what you pay for. You know what I'm saying? This dude on the e-scooter, he's riding I think a Mercane. That scooter is horrible, but if it makes it work, you make it work. But yeah, this episode is called Grocery Delivery Bike Almost Got Stolen. You might have to scroll all the way down to the library of this channel if you guys want to watch more. For the people that just came up to this live stream and you just ran into it from the YouTube Shorts, please consider subscribing. We are almost to 3,000 subscribers, you guys. 3,000 subscribers. Hopefully you guys can subscribe. It helps a lot with the channel. Again, I don't know how long I can keep this up in general, keeping up with the channel. I think I think this week, just alone this week, I've been really active with putting out content. The video that I made, the recent video that I made, I literally shot that and edited it and finished it the same day because I was so passionate about this whole $19 an hour mandate situation. And you know, this whole thing is just a political game, messing with people's emotions. And I'm telling you what thing though, there's so much you could do to a person that gets pushed. What's up, Brandon? Long time no see, bro. Saw a messenger get doored by an Escalade SUV downtown San Francisco. Dude went flying, but was okay. Yeah, man, I seen it happen, man. It will knock the wind out of you. It will knock the wind of anybody. Jim Jones, new subscriber. Hey, salute, man, salute. Thanks, bro. We almost to 3,000 subscribers. It's really I really appreciate you could contribute to the closer 3,000 subscriber mark. For the people for the current subscribers since day one, this is the new format. You know, vertical screen. Nobody's watching live streams on their living room on like I do. You know, for the most part. That's why we went this vertical. We need to pull a new subscriber like Jim Jones. Yeah, we need to pull the new subscribers. Like I heard it from Yogi Steve. Shout out to Yogi Steve. He told me, man, the quality that you put on your channel, man, like you're supposed to be in the 20,000 subscribers. Like I don't know why the algorithm doesn't work in your favor. But you know, I'm not bragging about that whole situation. It is what it is. If I know for one thing, if this was my only thing doing YouTube, I'll be number one. I'm letting you guys know right now. If this was my Rican, you guys know Rican. Rican knows me like I was to be 100% of my time on YouTube. I'll be number one, and that's not me being cocky. That's not me talking smack. I just know the work. I just know the work effort that I put into this. Like if this is the quality that I give you guys on a less part-time basis, what I could do on a full-time basis. You know, Uber Eats planner is so trash. I was out for a bit. Monday, yes, soon yesterday. Yeah, you guys, I think we're gonna go live again next week. It's not gonna be Uber Eats. It's something unrelated to the channel. I think from over like 10 years, over a decade, we finally get the solar eclipse on Monday. It's gonna appear at 3 p.m. here in New York City, Eastern Time. So we gotta go live. We're gonna be riding our e-scooter. We probably gonna get a good view in the Hudson River Greenway to catch the solar eclipse. I made some research, and the solar eclipse is gonna appear at 3 o'clock, and it's gonna last 30 minutes. 30 minutes. We're gonna have nighttime on a daytime hours. Anyways, it's about 9:11. Whoa, what a number. It's 9:11, 9 o'clock actually. So to speak. But anyways, I'm getting out of here, you guys. Thank you so much for everybody that joined me. You're wild, Brandon. It was insane outside. You must have made mad money. That's true, man. Like, how much money did you make, man? Cause like, dude, the building, the windows in my building cracked. We were getting like 40 miles per hour gust. That's insane, man. Like, I will not, man. Can you imagine doing Uber Eats yesterday with all that, with 40 mile per hour wind? That thing will knock me off my scooter. I know for sure. Anyways, guys, I'm getting off of this. I'm getting sleepy, and I'm tired, you guys, too. We've been up since 7 in the morning. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this awesome live stream. Again, if you guys want to check out this episode right below, it's called Grocery Delivery. Bike almost got stolen. It's in the library. Again, we might go live, hopefully, next Monday coming up, depending on the weather. Hopefully, it doesn't rain, because if it does rain, we can't show you guys the solar eclipse. If you guys are interested, here in New York City, the solar eclipse is going to appear at 3 o'clock. It's going to appear at 3 o'clock, and it's going to happen for 30 minutes. So if you catch it at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, you might miss it. Anyways, you guys, until the next one with Riding with Anthony, ride safe, and stay safe.